Beneil Dariush is a fighter's fighter. He wants two things: the best competition in the world and to get paid for it. Everything else? That's just noise. So, when the UFC 320 card was first announced, and his fight against the tough Benoit Saint Denis was listed as the featured prelim, what did he do? He pretty much just shrugged and went about his day. No drama, no angry tweets. And when the bout order was updated, moving him back onto the main card, with Nickal and Rodolfo Vieira now headlining the prelims, same deal. He just rolled with it. Now, a lot of fans were pretty fired up about the initial placement. They felt a top-ranked veteran like Dariush deserved a main card spot, no question. But Beneil himself? He wasn't one of them. He actually had a surprisingly sensible take on the whole thing. He told MMA Fighting, "I didn't think much about it. He's a huge fan of grappling and wrestling, so he completely understood the hype around Rodolfo Vieira and Nickal. He sees Vieira as a jiu-jitsu legend, someone he looked up to when he was coming up. And Nickal, Dariush is a wrestling nut, and he recognizes that Nickal was a special, unique talent in that world. So, from his perspective, it made perfect sense to have them on the main card." He said, "I get it, these guys are awesome." But then, when the UFC moved his fight back up, he appreciated that too. He saw it as the organization recognizing the years of hard work he's put in. He was grateful for the gesture, but he made it clear he wouldn't have complained either way. For him, the debate between main card and prelims really comes down to one simple, honest truth: his paycheck. A lot of fighters see their spot on the card as a status symbol, especially on a massive pay-per-view. It's a measure of where they stand in the pecking order. But Dariush has never been consumed by that. He's refreshingly practical about it. As he put it, "It's not like I get paid more to be on the main card. If there was a financial incentive, a bonus for being on the pay-per-view portion, then maybe he'd have something to say. But since there isn't, the only difference to him was fighting about 30 minutes earlier. That's it. No more. No less." It's a level-headed approach you do and always see in a sport filled with big personalities and bigger egos. But just because he didn't care, doesn't mean he didn't notice the fans who did. He was actually really moved by the outrage from the community. People were genuinely upset that a fight between two ranked, experienced lightweights was being seemingly overlooked. Based on rankings alone, Dariush versus Saint Denis absolutely looked like a main card fight. And while Beneil wasn't losing sleep over it, he loved that the fans had his back. He admitted he's not the most active guy on social media, but over the years, he's realized how good the fans have been to him, even without him constantly engaging. He said he was very grateful for their support and that their passion made him even more excited to go out there and prove them right. His performance, he says, will be his thank you to the fans for standing up for him. He wants to show everyone exactly why his fight belongs on the main card. Now, let's talk about the fight itself. For Dariush, this matchup is all about getting back to work and building momentum. He's coming off a much-needed win against Renato Moicano back in June, a victory that snapped a tough-to-fight losing streak. Those back-to-back losses to Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan were devastating. They knocked him out of the title picture and had him seriously questioning his future in the sport. He revealed that he was genuinely considering retirement. He thought, "If I don't have it, I'm going to move on. I'm not going to keep doing this." That's a heavy place for any elite athlete to be. So that win over Moicano was more than just a W on his record. It was a lifeline. He said it wasn't his best performance, and he wasn't happy with everything he did in the octagon that night, but getting his hand raised was huge. More importantly, facing adversity in the cage and pushing through it was exactly what he needed. He called it a perfect fight for him at that moment because it rebuilt his confidence and proved he still had what it takes to compete at the highest level. So now, he steps in against Benoit Saint Denis, a dangerous opponent who's on a 2-fight win streak himself after also dealing with his own back-to-back losses. On paper, it's a fight against a lower-ranked opponent, something top guys sometimes try to avoid. But Beneil didn't hesitate. He wanted to stay active, and he knew that turning down a fight could mean sitting on the sidelines until 2026. He's not interested in waiting around. His first choice was actually Dan Hooker. He asked for that fight, but was told Hooker wasn't available, only to find out later that Hooker was booked to fight Arman Tsarukyan. That's just the fight game. All he asks for is to fight the best guys in the world. There was also a possibility of a rematch with Matus Gamrot, but Beneil wasn't excited about it. He said he'd already done that fight and preferred a new challenge. As it turned out, Gamera ended up getting a fight with Charles Oliveira anyway, so that matchup was off the table regardless. In the end, the fight with Saint Denis made the most sense. It keeps him busy, it gives him a tough test, and it gives him another chance to perform in front of a massive audience at Madison Square Garden. And he is genuinely excited. He said, "I'm stoked for this fight." He feels like he's still improving as a fighter, even after all these years, and he's ready to put on a show. He wants to kick off the UFC 320 main card in style and deliver an unforgettable performance for the fans who have his back. His closing words were a promise. "I am stoked to show the world I am continuing to improve. And come November 15th, they're going to see something special." It's this combination of humility, practicality, and pure love for competition that makes Beneil Dariush such a respected figure in the sport. He's not here for the drama or the clout. He's here to fight. And when he steps into that cage, you know he's going to leave everything he has in there. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more fight analysis.